Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Bethany Jenks. Tonight, we report on the appeals court decision in a legal battle between the prosecutor and the deputy coroner, and what Quincy decided about building a new fire station. What's going on in sports, Bob?
The Wenatchee Apple Sox have a new head coach, and the Mariners drop a one-run game to the Phillies. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Temperatures continue to cool along the Columbia Basin and the rest of our state. In a minute, I will let you know if there's any heat in our extended forecast.
Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
An appeals court ruled Grant County Deputy Coroner Jerry Jasmine can't sign death certificates. The Washington State Court of Appeals upheld Douglas County Superior Court Judge John Hotchkiss' 2013 decision and prosecutor Angus Lee's motion to prevent Jasmine from being deputy coroner. Lee's case started with Jasmine's conviction for disorderly conduct in 2009. The plea came after Jasmine, coroner at the time, was accused of not allowing his chief deputy to get out of a county truck during an argument. As part of the plea agreement, Jasmine agreed to the forfeiture of his right to hold public office. He resigned from the office after entering the plea. After Craig Morrison was elected to the position of coroner in 2010, he hired Jasmine as deputy coroner and chief investigator. Lee argued due to his agreement, Jasmine couldn't act as the county coroner in signing death certificates, and that if he did in a homicide case, it could jeopardize the autopsy results. After Jasmine received advice from Garth Dano, he challenged Lee's decision, leading it to court battle. Prosecutor Angus Lee blamed his political opponent for bad legal advice, starting a long legal battle concerning the Grant County Coroner's Office. Lee stated Moses Lake attorney Garth Dano advised Jasmine he could sign death certificates, triggering the battle. The statement followed a decision by the Washington State Court of Appeals. It ruled that Jasmine can't act as county coroner in signing death certificates because of his forfeiture of public office agreement. Dano says the case can still be appealed to the Washington State Supreme Court, and he could be proven to be correct. The 2011 letter from Dano states the plea agreement, which ended Jasmine's career as Grant County coroner, didn't apply to other employment at the coroner's office. Lee stated, quote, "If the coroner's office continued acting pursuant to Mr. Dano's advice, defense attorneys would have been able to openly challenge both the personal integrity and professional competency of the deputy coroner's work product during murder trials. This was a risk I was unwilling to take." Dano stated, quote, "This issue has not been fully decided. It's like the State versus A&J case. The appeals court ruled against us, and ultimately, the Supreme Court reversed that decision 9-0, he said. I was told that I was wrong in that case, too." A Quincy City Council member objected to comments that a fire station north of the railroad tracks is unnecessary. Councilmember Tom Harris congratulated the council for moving forward with a planned fire station in the northern section of the city during Tuesday's meeting. The council approved hiring an architect to begin work on finding a location and designing the building. Harris' comments came after Grant County Fire District 3 officials asked the city to focus on working on a long-term contract between the district and the city. Officials stated the station is unnecessary. The council member said he had to wait for 7 minutes for a train to pass to get across the tracks. He pointed out a fire engine might have to wait that long, and it would waste time in an emergency situation. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We will be back after this.